Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is a new channel which I have started, and I'm going to be doing a series of vlogs on the topic of communication. Now you may ask, why communication? So personally, I feel what I have observed in life when I look around in the lives of my friends, my family members, and all the acquaintances whom I meet, my colleagues, I realize that there are a lot of people struggling in their relationships because of a lack of positive communication. They do not know how to communicate. Most of the time they feel misunderstood. So many a time they are fearful of the reaction they will get when they say something. So due to these reasons, I thought, why not help people along the way to understand how to communicate positively? So, are you the one who is struggling to maintain your relationships with your loved ones, with your friends, with your colleagues at work? Are you the one who feels hopeless because you are having difficulty in interacting with whom you come across? Or are you the one who feels that this is such a difficult task and I will never be able to positively communicate with people, or you feel that you are being misunderstood? Every time you speak to someone or interact with someone, people misunderstand you. So if you know the answer to all these questions is a yes, then you are in the right place, because I'm here to help you in this journey to be able to communicate well, to communicate positively, and you will be empowered as you journey with me, learning the tips and tricks and the ways in which you can positively communicate with your loved ones. So, would you like to join me on this journey? I'm sure and I will guarantee you that this is going to help you. It will empower you. It will teach you how to communicate in a positive manner, thereby helping you to maintain harmony in your relationships with your friends, family, with your colleagues, and all those whom you encounter. So let's begin this journey. Firstly, in this episode, I would just like to introduce the concept of communication. When we look around us, we see in even nature communicates. Animals, birds, plants, even they communicate. And it's just that we need to keenly observe how they do it with various sounds. Even though birds and animals, they cannot speak, but just by the way they utter their sounds, they communicate. It is their language. Alright, so let me explain to you a very simple concept today. Whenever we learn anything, we need to learn it from the grassroots level, right from the start, because we need to be equipped with knowledge, all knowledge, not half-baked knowledge. So, in this series of vlogs, I will be taking you step by step into every detail and aspect on the topic of communication. The kinds of communication there are, the various kinds, the verbal, the non-verbal, and anything that you can keenly observe by way of communication. I will be able to take you step by step into every aspect. Alright, so let me begin first by introducing myself. I am Manisha. I have a certification in theology from the International School of the Word, and this has taught me a lot of things on the topic of communication, about communication, what is communication, how we are supposed to communicate. There are certain principles that even God has laid down for man. I also have 2 decades of experience in public relations, and this is the experience by way of which I will be able to help you to communicate positively. So let us understand the basic concept of communication. So communication is the activity of relaying information or conveying information by way of exchanging ideas, feelings, intentions, attitudes, commands, perceptions. So What happens in communication? There is one person who sends the message to another one who receives the message. So there is a kind of an encoding and decoding which happens along the way. And the way we relay our feelings or our message may not necessarily be the way the other person interprets it. And hence we need to learn how to communicate so that the right message is relayed to the one who receives your message. Communications is such an important aspect of life that there are certain personalities, famous personalities, who have made some comments on the topic of communications. I will just mention 2-3 people who are famous in their field, and I will just tell you what they have said about communication. Right? So are you ready? Let's go. Paulo Freire, who was a Brazilian educator and philosopher, and who is also mentioned in the Britannica, says, only through communication can human life hold meaning. Wow, that's quite deep. Let's move on. Paul J. Meyer is the founder of Success Motivation Institute. He is the pioneer of the personal development and self-improvement industry. And you know what he has to say? Communication, that is the human connection, is the key to personal and career success. And then there is another motivational speaker by the name of Tony Gaskins. He is a best-selling author and a life coach. And you know what he has said? He says, communication to a relationship is like oxygen to life. Without it, it dies. Wow. Communication to a relationship is like oxygen to life. That's quite something, right? So you understand from these quotes, from these famous personalities, how important it is for us to be able to communicate with one another in a positive manner. I hope this has been very enriching for you so far. So, since you have stayed with me right till the end of this journey of today's episode, let me give you another interesting aspect from the Bible. There was another man, he was a king. His name was King Solomon. He was the son of another famous king called King David, and he reigned from the years 970 to 931 BCE. This was much before Christ. He is known as the wisest man on the face of this planet, on earth. And he had specifically asked God for this one gift of wisdom. You know, God was willing to give him all the riches and splendor in the world. But you know what he asked for? Of course, he did get the riches, but not before he asked for wisdom. So he asked for wisdom, and he also asked God to help him use this wisdom or apply this wisdom. And God was so happy with his request that not only did he bestow wisdom upon him, but he also bestowed all the riches on him. He was a very rich man, King Solomon. So we have a thing or two to learn from him. You know, when you read his stories, you understand how important wisdom is. Because wisdom helps you to communicate in the right way. So there are these 3 keys: wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So let me explain to you what these 3 keys are. As you know, wisdom is the way to apply the knowledge that you receive. Knowledge is the information that you receive on a particular topic or subject. And understanding is when you imbibe or absorb this knowledge and you are able to resonate with it. You know, you understand what you are learning, and then you apply it with the wisdom that you have or you receive from God, And this helps you to communicate with one another in a positive way. So, of course, in the coming episodes, I am going to get in depth into every aspect of communication, the verbal kind, the non verbal kind, all the kinds, the various ways we can communicate, like in a written manner, by way of speaking, with our facial expressions, with our body language. I will be taking you in depth every step of the way and teaching you everything that there is to learn on this topic of communication. So if you have found this information enriching, and if you feel that this is going to help you in your journey, then do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And yes, do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever I put up the new videos. And I look forward to joining with you in this process so that you learn the positive aspects of communication, and it helps you to harmonize your relationships and give you mental peace. So yeah, have a good day. Bye bye. See you.